Welcome back to another Call of Duty video on the channel. I know you guys have been wanting one of these again, so we are going to do a best class setup today on the NV4 nuclear variant, on getting yourself your very own nuclear. I will be covering the other nuclear variants as they are releasing new ones now, such as the Type 2, but to start this series off, we are going to use the NV4 and show you what setup you should be using if you guys want to get your own de-atomizer strike. So the gameplay that you're going to see in this video is a 24-0 gameplay in a TDM match, and unfortunately I have yet to get the de-atomizer strike due to the most crazy shit ever. Lost gun battles to ERADs and K-bars because everyone's using those now. Everyone knows what the OP guns are, so it's very hard to find a lobby that you can run into where you're not going to get shit on by someone who either sees that you're at 22 kills and hunts you down with one of these guns, or you just get into a complete noob lobby. So I've lost a lot of patience in this game to go for my de-atomizer strike. I never thought it would be this hard, considering BO3's nukes weren't all that hard, but I have lost patience. And actually, maybe if one of you guys wants to get Bean that calling card, just because I really don't want to go for it anymore, would be awesome. Maybe we'll have a little giveaway for it, you know. Maybe we'll do like a Nuke for Bean giveaway just to get him that damn calling card, so we can move on with that 100%er series. Who knows? If not, then I'll just have to get some patience back and go for that calling card once again. But this is the class that I was using to get those streaks up to 23, 24 on those consecutive turns. But let's break it down and see what attachments and perks I used. So starting off, obviously you need the Fallout variant. There is no other variant that you can use to get these nukes with the NV4. And then quick draw, absolutely necessary. You never want to lose a gun battle because you can't get your gun up fast enough, especially when you're in a very long lane where your gun is going to be superior to those other guns in the game. Now, suppressor isn't necessary. It's not absolutely necessary, but if you're going for those high streaks, it helps tremendously. You're never going to get seen on the radar and then shot in the back because someone just happened to spawn next to you around the other wall, and they see you pop up on the map and they just come back and kill you and shoot you in the back. So that's never going to happen with suppressor, which is good. And then the last one is stock. Now this one can be interchanged depending on your game style. This is the best option. Strafing side to side when you're in a gun battle definitely decreases the opponent's effectiveness at killing you. So it is a practice that maybe you should, practice or get into, and it definitely helps a lot. And then with this, you want to decrease your sensitivity. I don't know what sensitivity you're playing at, and if you play at a high sensitivity and are very consistent with it, then it's okay. But if you're playing at around a 3 or 4, especially when you're strafing, it's very easy to keep that reticle on the enemy while you're strafing. So that's what's going to benefit you there. A little tip for you guys. And then when we go down into the perks, actually before we get into that, if you don't want to use stock, the other two are either rifled barrel to just give you that extra edge at range, which is what you're going to be using the NV4 at. We'll get into that in a little bit. And then foregrip isn't necessary, but it does help at those extremely long range battles. It's very easy to keep the reticle on, even with the NV4's already really good accuracy. It makes it that much better. And then hollow point's another option, just to give you a slight edge, maybe get that shot count down for faster kills in gun battles. So those are kind of the other options, but this is the best setup. Now if you go into perks, Ghost, absolutely necessary. Keeps you off that radar. Again, you're not going to get shot in the back just by popping up on the radar when someone puts a UAV up. And pair that with dead silence for the same reason. You don't want to give anybody an edge when you're at that 22 streak. It's gotten hard enough over the course of the game's lifespan because now people are using the OP guns and they know what they are and everyone is using them. So you have to keep yourself stealth as much as you can, especially when someone sees that you're at a 22 streak. They are going to hunt you down. I mean, unless you get into a noob lobby, which is very rare now, they're just going to hunt you down. And by not having dead silence on, they're going to hear where you are, and your streak is going to end. So we'll get into that in the gameplay in a little bit. But last but not least, perk 2 slot, you can use scavenger, but there is another option, hardline, or even tracker for that matter. But hardline is really the only other option. But that being said, we're going to look at the rig. You want to use this Merc rig with Man-at-Arms. Man-at-Arms is going to allow you to move at full speed like you have your fists out or your SMG. And it's going to give you upwards of hundreds of ammunition. This is going to allow you to get those 25 streaks without having to reload or pick up ammo for that matter. But having Scavenger on is still nice just in case. But you can do it with Man-at-Arms alone if you want to pop Hardline in that second perk slot. Reactive armor is the only viable option here because these kill streaks, or these kills won't add, Bull Charge and Steel Dragon won't add to your Nuke kill streak, and reactive armor will get you out of some tight situations. Let's get back into the perk 2 slot. If you do run Hardline, and even if you don't, Hardline definitely lets you help double up on your streaks while you're going for this. But if we look at what score streaks we're going to use is UAV, counter, and advanced. Now, in prior Nuke videos, people have said that you want to use UAV and counter and try to double up on them. Some people have said just use UAV and triple up on them. That was before advanced UAV got the buff it did. The advanced UAV used to be literally not any better than the UAV, except for that it was an arrow instead of a dot, but they've recently buffed the advanced UAV and it is worth it now. If people are using Ghost or not, advanced UAV shows them on the map. Advanced will show everybody on the map, and this is what's going to help you. And actually, I haven't gone for a nuke since the buff, and I very well may. That might be the release to my patience with these nuclears in this game, but it's worth it now. This is the score streak setup that you want to use. You pop that advanced UAV and you can go off with knowing where the enemy team is. So let's get back into the actual build. Last but not least, dexterity is key for that NV4 reload speed. It's going to increase it pretty drastically, actually, and you'll never get caught in the middle of a reload and getting killed. So the only other option, if you're struggling still, you can get rid of either Scavenger. If you're running Man-at-Arms, you can get rid of your perk 2 and pop a elo sight on to help with that accuracy, help with those consistent kills, or you can get rid of dexterity and run a sight as well. You will have a slot open if you get rid of dexterity where you can put maybe a blackout grenade, anything to really help you out in your endeavors of getting that 25 kill streak. So that is the build ultimately. Like I said, there's a few variations to the build, but this here would probably be my best option with those minor variations that I did talk about. I will be doing a video on the FHR as well and the other nuke variants because their build differs. The rig class that you use is different well, from my experience at least. So I will do a video on those as well. But getting into the gameplay of the NV4, is you want to stay at range. With the amount of people using the K-bar and the ERAD now, because they still are, and even the OSA for that matter. I don't know if the OSA received a nerf yet or not, but if you encounter any of those guns at mid to short range, your streak is over. Especially if you're running suppressor on the NV4 and you meet a head-to-head gunfight and they are reasonably good at the game, your streak is done. I mean, those guns just melt people, especially because they won't be running suppressor. So you want to stay at range. You want to stay outside of that K-bar range where they're going to melt you. And you want to take advantage of the NV4's drastic advantage at that range. That being said, you want to also play to the outskirts of the maps. As you see on Retaliation, I stay on the bridge. I go back and forth between A and C domination points. Sometimes go through A domination, take a look at the front door to the hotel and the market. But you want to stay to that outside of the map. You don't want, and you want to stay moving. You don't want to stay at A domination or C domination simply because people will start hunting you down nowadays. They look at the scores and they see you're at 22. They're gonna come find you. I mean, everyone knows you're going for a de-atomizer and they just want to end that streak. So and especially with the inconsistencies in some of the gun battles that you do get in, I know a lot of people have seen it with hit markers. It becomes very frustrating for a lot of people. So that is the game style that you want to play with this NV4. And then just be patient. I mean, like I said, this game definitely will wear down your patience. But it's once you get it, it's a pretty good achievement. And that's why I'm pretty bitter that I don't have my calling card yet, simply because I've gotten to 23, 24 kills so many times, and just the stupidest shit has happened. And you know what? I think eventually, Bean's gonna get it, but it's just it's frustrating. So if you guys use this build, it will definitely increase your chances at getting this done, but we'll run through the other Nuke variants like the FHR in upcoming videos. If you guys want it, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, let me know in the comments below when you guys do get a de-atomizer, if this video helped. If it did help, drop a thumbs up on the video, and we'll take a look at the other classes in upcoming videos very, very soon. And if you feel like going for a Nuke for Bean, let me know in the comments below. If you think that would be a cool series, we'll do like some gameplays of people trying to get me a Nuke, and if someone gets me a Nuke, then maybe I'll do like a giveaway, like they get a prize or something. I don't know. Maybe it'd be a cool little video for the channel. Who knows? But let me know. And as always, guys, until the next video, stay on the bean. You do you. Live life your way, because that's the way it's meant to be. Cheers, you beauties.